Bonjour et bienvenue sur Speak French avec moi. Je suis Séverine, votre professeure de français. Hi and welcome to Speak French avec moi. I'm Séverine. I am your French coach. Welcome to my podcast. If you're new here, all my podcast is dedicated to travelers and beginners. Today, I'm going to teach you the best ways to introduce yourself in French. But before you start, let's remember that I have the website with the transcript, and also I have a free 1-hour class. It's all online. You can take it when you're home, when you're at the office, although you should not, when you're at the gym, even when you walk the dog, or when you drive, okay? So you go on our website, speakfrenchavecmoi.com, to sign up, and also have a Facebook page with more content if you need inspiration to prepare your trip to France. All right, so are you ready to learn how to introduce yourself in French? I will be right back after this short break. Alors means so in French, and we say it all the time. Alors, depending of the context, you can state your first name and last name, only your first name or your quality. First rule, don't use my name is or I am. In French, to introduce yourself, you don't translate my name is, mon nom est, or you want to avoid to say I am, je suis. Instead, when you're in a relaxed and casual settings, let's say that you're talking to people, you're just having a conversation with people maybe sitting next to you, or you're staying at the Airbnb and you want to know your guests. Bonjour, je m'appelle plus first name. For instance, for me, I would say bonjour, je m'appelle Séverine. Bonjour, je m'appelle Séverine. Did you notice how I said j'ma? This is how you want to pronounce it. J'ma. Je m'appelle. When you say je m'appelle, you sound really slow-mo. And for those of you go on YouTube, you sound like Mr. Nobeck. You know this video with Alec Baldwin? Well, I'll put it on my website. So remember, you have to speak a little faster, and you want to say bonjour, je m'appelle. Bonjour, je m'appelle. This is your turn now to use the contraction je m'appelle. Bonjour, je m'appelle. Great. If you're in a more formal setting, then you state your first name and last name, still using je m'appelle. All right. So when you're checking at the hotel, airport, or restaurant, or you have an appointment, then you say, I am Mrs. or Mr. plus your last name. Such as, bonjour, je suis madame, and then your last name. Bonjour, je suis monsieur. Nobody really uses miss anymore. And of course, if you want to sound a little bit more French, you can slur the je suis for je suis. Bonjour, je suis madame. Bonjour, je suis monsieur. You want to try? Okay, now it's your turn. Bonjour, je suis madame. Or bonjour, je suis monsieur. Now, of course, I have a question that everybody asks me. It's the kiss. Do I need to kiss the people? Are they going to kiss me? Nobody is going to kiss you, and you don't have to kiss the people. First, let's remember that this kissing that you see, it's mostly bumping cheek, and people don't even bump cheek, right? So nobody is going to kiss you, and also French don't hug. If you want to scare someone away, especially the French people, hug them. We don't hug. And for the kissing, it's really when you know the people and people don't really kiss or do whatever. It's more like, moving your cheek around. So you have to worry about anything. When you introduce yourself, just take, you don't have to shake hands or whatever. Just use je m'appelle ou je suis. Now, of course, usually when you introduce yourself, you add where you are from. So let's do it and let's learn. So first, in French, name of countries and cities are translated. You'll have to make the effort to know how to translate your country in French. I recommend to go on DeepL or Google Translate and look it up. Make sure to play how to pronounce. Usually they have a speakerphone on the bottom so you can play it. I have put the link on my website. If you want to go, you go and you can check how to translate the name of your country. I'm sorry I cannot help you because all the listeners are all around the world, so you have to know it. Okay, first, you have to translate the name of your country in French, and then you have to add one more step. For that, you say je viens and the plus name of your country. Alors, how does this work? If the name of your country starts with a vowel, you say je viens and then and then you drop. Okay, I know it's not clear. So it says je viens d'Australie. Je viens d'Inde. Right? You hear? You drop the DE. Je viens d'Australie. Je viens d'Inde. If the name of your country ends with E, then je viens de plus name of your country. Je viens de Norvège. Je viens de Colombie. If the name of your country ends with a consonant or any other vowel than E, then you say je viens du. For instance, je viens du Canada, je viens du Maroc. And at last, if the name of your country is plural, then you say je viens des, such as je viens des États-Unis ou je viens des Émirats Arabes Unis. Now you've noticed that Z sound, je viens des États-Unis, I'm from the United States. Je viens des Émirats Arabes Unis. All right, so now you know how to say your name, where you're from, and usually people like to state their occupation. To state your occupation, you say je suis. Do you remember? Ou je suis. Je suis ou je suis plus your occupation. Of course, look up your occupation. Unlike English, you don't add an article. You don't say I am a, right? We said suis plus your occupation. Let's try. Je suis ou je suis dentiste. Je suis ou je suis assistant ou assistante. Je suis photographe ou je suis photographe. Je suis retraité if you're retired. Now, of course, usually you would say, pleased to meet you. Someone says, hi and everything. You say, pleased to meet you. For that, you can say a brief enchanté. Enchanté. Okay, and then, of course, you can always add et vous. It's the polite and formal way to say and you in French. All right, so let's recap a little bit and I'll pretend that I'm introduce myself. Bonjour, je m'appelle Séverine. Je viens de France. Je suis podcasteur et professeur de français. Enchanté. Et vous? All right, so you can plan to practice. I will put a little bit more practice on the website. Again, you're great, and I know it's hard to learn, a new language, and these are really small little episodes. So again, to practice your French, you need every day to train your brain. We talked about this. Try to go to on YouTube to watch videos from other French teachers, listen to other podcasts, feed your brain to learn French. Make sure to have a grammar book. Grammar is very important in French. You have to start too complicated, but it's great that you try, right? You will get there. And if you have a ticket to go to France, great. I hope you have a great trip. Again, Feel free to subscribe to the podcast. Feel free also to leave a rating. If you have any question about this podcast, feel free to reach out. All right, so I'm going to leave you now, and the next episode will be a fun one, so stay tuned. Every episode comes out on Friday morning. Merci, au revoir, à bientôt.